He scares me. Understood.
That's weird. My camera just started,
I think that there's
and I'm not even ready
a
because
different scenario.
the video is still going on. I gotta turn off
And the
this
probable cause
video. Yep, here
statements.
it is.
We're going to bring that to the prosecutors.
I'm gonna keep it like that because, you know, that's just who I am. A mess. I am. My husband even says, what did he call me? A hot mess. So I think I'm just gonna use that. I'm just gonna keep it on. So I came up with a lot of words on my board today, and a little bit from yesterday. So here's my board. I just keep coming up with words to try to find something that might strike my art bone in my head, and so I came up with this idea, and I don't know if it'll work, but let me go get it. Okay. So when I was in the hospital for my leg, they gave me this stuff. Well, they put it on me when they did something, and they were going to just throw it out because they can only use it on me. They can't keep using it on, for some reason they can't do it on other patients because that's kind of, I don't know, unhealthy. Even though they didn't put it on my body, they just put it on a rag or put it on the thing and wipe my body. Anyway, so I have to keep it. And it's called, shit, I can't see it real good. It's iodine, but it's called something else. Iodine. Povidine. 10% solution. Povidine. So anyway, it's iodine, but it's like super, super strong, like hospital strength, which is where I got it. And I wanted to use it maybe as a dye on canvas. What do you think? Or maybe we'll do it on paper too. Hold on. I'm gonna take you out of here. Hold on. Okay, I took you from my desk and I brought you over here. So anyway, shake, shake, shake. I shake, shake, shake. I shake my booty. So I can't have no background music or anything, or, you know, I get in trouble, I guess. Or they'll do a copyright. I don't want no copyright. Did you hear about that guy that died, that murdered because of some copyright bullshit? Like, I guess he was doing, you know, like some of the channels on YouTube that talk about Wes Watson all the time, and they're like, you know, ragging on him and stuff. It's kind of like if Wes Watson went and killed Bubba, you know what I mean, or the guy from Mud Pit, or Dubs, you know what I mean, like, because he talked about it. It was fucking weird, man, really weird. Okay, let's see. Let's not let my hair get in it. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get a little scratchy like paintbrush. Here we go. Got one. Okay, hold on. Look at that. That looks nice, right? Can you see it? Yeah. Yo, I like this. I love the color. It's almost like a burnt sienna. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm gonna do a face with it. You know what I mean? They try to do somebody's face. Whoa, I really like this. This is nice. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up to the camera in a second. Hold on, I just don't want it to drip on me. Okay, yo, look at this iodine color. Tell me that beautiful. Yo, that's beautiful, man. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Look how pretty that is. I'm thinking about making a face. A face sort of come. Whoop, woo, shoo. It smells like iodine. Wow, I wonder what it'll look like when it dries. Whoa, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool, man. That's really, really nice. I like that. Hey, I'll show you a couple other things I'm working on. So yeah, that's my iodine. That's gonna be my iodine experiment with. So after that dries and stuff, I want to see if I can paint over it and do other things with it. Okay. So anyway, here's some other things I'm working on. So first off, we'll start with this orange one. This one, oh, too much light, and it's not getting in there. Too much light on me. So anyway, so this one, this is the first painting I ever did that I stretched, and I stretched it on an old, like the border, the wood part, right? It must have been a trash pick painting, and I pulled the painting off. So I took what do you call it, the drop cloth, and I put it on there, and then I didn't put gesso, nothing on it. So I tried to paint like something on it. It was coming out terrible. It was supposed to be my house that I was growing up in, and I did the parking lot. It was terrible, but I think I used oil paint, right? But I put acrylic on top of it, and I want to see if it'll crack, and it'll look kind of cool. But I'm going to use the crack, whatever happens to it, as that's what I want it to look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on purpose. So, and then this other one over here, this white one, maybe I'll move the camera over a little tiny bit. So it's more facing that way. Hold on. Okay. All right. So then this one was, I wanted to do like somebody looking up and spinning around, like their dress is spinning around. Hated it totally. So I just I only had a little bit of white left in a can or in a jar, and I added a bunch of water, and then I added some medium, what was it? Which one was it? Let me go look at it. It's right here. I can't see it. My eyesight's getting way worse as I get older. Matte acrylic medium, this stuff. Poured this in there. It's real liquidy, and water. And then I just shook it up, and then I laid the canvas on the ground, and that's what happened. I just kind of like that to it because it's real watery, and then I took my long stick, wherever it is. Here it is. I love this thing, and I just made marks on it, like I was writing cursive writing, like blah, 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 all over it. So that's going to be kind of cool. This stick, I like this. I found this, and I love this thing. I will tie charcoal to the end, and it's real long, so I'll draw, I'll draw on the canvas, and I'll tape maybe a paintbrush to it, like this, and then I'll just put tape, and then I'll have like a really super long paintbrush. Whoop. So, but I found this pretty cool little stick too, and I just like the feeling of it. I had to put tape over it because it is fiberglass, and if you ever went like this to fiberglass and got that fiberglass splinter, oh, painful. So I did wrap it with paint, or tape, white tape right here, not up here, just here. Anyway, I'm also working on this painting here, and I absolutely already know what I'm going to do with it. Boop. So, yeah, this one I'm loving it. I stared at it for a really long time. You guys were there with me a little bit. So anyway, there's a girl right here, and this is her dress. Her dress is right here, and this is her butt, and her butt goes up, and then her head's up here. But I can see her face, but I don't know, the part of her body isn't going to be shown because she's like a big girl, kind of like I am now. Yeah, okay. It's not bad at that. I used to be skinny for a very long time. Very skinny. Actually, underweight skinny. Anorexia, it's called. And that's not me being hyperbolic. I'm serious. I had anorexia. The doctors called it that. It's not something I made up or I just thought I had. So anyway, now I'm fat and I can't stand it. So I'm always like pointing it out. It's weird. So in my art, I think my art is showing it because I used to draw thinner people, you know what I mean, in some of my art. Now, a lot of my art it's getting heavier. So like this girl right here, she's not gonna be super fat, but she's gonna be like a full-figured woman. And I think that's okay. We should be okay with what we look like and what, you know, and what we, I don't know, like what we look like. Like I'm uncomfortable looking at the camera talking to you guys because, you know, 57 and I'm not using a filter, but, you know, I feel like I don't look very good for my age, but I partied a lot. But it's not as bad as I think it would be, you know what I mean? So I am uncomfortable on camera, so I'm always like pointing it out. And like, and I'll use my art to point it out. It's very strange, you know what I mean? I've never been comfortable in my own body. I'm either too skinny and now I'm too fat. Like, what the hell? I'm ugly. I'm not, you know what I mean? Not pretty enough. And, you know, it keeps going back. Never. I wish I had long hair. Then I had long hair, and it was like, oh, maybe it looked better short. And then when I got cancer, I got bald, and then I got dreadlocks, which I love. So I'm never going to cut them off again. But it all shows. Everything I go through shows in my art. I don't know if other artists go through this. I don't know if they're like just doing their art and has nothing to do with their internal, but I think outsider artists and artists of this time, people I met on YouTube and even on TikTok and Instagram, they're more like me. But like famous, like, okay, does David Hockney put his soul, you know, is he like, oh, you know, I feel this internal thing and it goes out onto his art? Like, does he? I don't know. I gotta look that up. I gotta find that out, you know. But I just know that everything I go through gets put up in my art. Look at that. That's what my life is going through right now, which is totally cool because I am in charge of my art, my creativity, my life, the people around me, and I am allowed to get rid of toxic people without feeling guilty about it. You know, toxic people don't need to be in my life. And that's what affects me a lot. You know, the toxic people. And today, I eliminated the worst toxic person that's been in my life for a while now. So, she had been eliminated, and it's like, all of a sudden, I was like, whew, I see this. Everything in my art now, I feel like I'm not stuck. Now I'm like, whew. Look, can you see her in there? Can you see this beautiful woman inside this painting right here? Her dress going out and just beautiful, right? I don't know if that's, you know, and this is my channel. I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess. I'm always a hot mess. And that's just who I am, how I am. But get rid of toxic people out of your life, man. And things will go so much better. When I held on to this person, I forced my husband to go to this person's house because we haven't seen them in a while, right? And they had, you know, because we wouldn't give them money. Basically, that's what it was. We didn't give them money. We stopped paying the phone bill, you know, kind of stuff like that. And so I was like, no, we got to do this. Like, it's almost like you have to be okay, right? And my husband's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do this. I don't want nothing to do with it. Well, he went, and he was right. It was a mess. And, you know, and then money was given, and it was a nightmare. So I got to see what my husband was talking about. And so now everything feels very, very good and very peaceful. So this video started out a little messy, but now it's going to end peaceful. Very, very peaceful.